Okay, this is going to be a video reminding you about running the labCheck. I'm going to go ahead and log in as a few different people in the class. So this is CS15105. I'm going to look at lab07. Alright, so I run it like this, and for this one it says there's a problem with the directory, so then you need to go check the homework assignment, which you can browse in your browser or look at here. And then, so the information here says that there's supposed to be public_HTML, then lab07, and then each of the parts is supposed to be in its own subdirectory. And the labCheck is checking to make sure the files are in the right place. If they are not in the right place, then they don't count. Let's see where this person put them. They have a lab07 directory, but they have a mistake in their directory. So this is lab07, that says lab7. Okay, so you have to go and check that. The program will tell you that there's a problem, and I am not going to look at it if the program says there's a problem, because you should be able to fix that. That's what you need to do. Your assignment's not done until labCheck says it's okay. Alright, we're going to log in as somebody else, another one, CS15114, and run labCheck for lab07 here. And it says that number 1 and number 3 are okay, but then number 2 and number 4 have a problem. And if I go into the labCheck for this account, then I can look at what the difference is. So lab07, what was it, 2 and 4? Okay, so if I look at it here, that is the reference, and this is this person, so you can see there's some differences there. The E is capitalized, there's some differences in that part there. I can zoom out and see if there's any differences below. So there's also some typos in there typing the link. Alright, so those should be fixed. And if you fixed something and you want to check it again, then you have to run the labCheck again. So if this person went and edited their lab07 to, let's see, directory, and then edited this file, and then they want to see it again, so you labCheck lab07. That'll run everything again, generate the images again, and then you would reload this page. So reload it to tell it there's going to be a new image, and then you click the button again. Okay, let's take a look at their lab04, 074. So here you can see again, this might be the only difference. The living is capitalized. I don't see anything else. There's also arithmetic is misspelled. Arithmetic and not living. And you want to zoom out enough so you can see the whole page. That is Control minus or Command minus. Or you can probably find it up here as well, zoom. Okay, let's look at another one. Number 20. There's just number 2 that doesn't match. So we're supposed to go to the labCheck for number 2 for number 20. Okay, so for this one, if you just look here, you don't see anything changing, but you have to zoom out enough so that you can see everything, and there's some mistake in the link. So it looks like this person has the link with a space in the middle of the link, or new line. Alright, so that's the thing that would need to be fixed there. If somebody if you happen to not have the labCheck file and you try to go to it, so number 39, I just removed the labCheck file, then it will say not found, and then you need to go copy the labCheck from my account. So these are all the lab files, and there's labcheck.html. You need to copy this into your public_HTML. And now I would be able to look at this. If you get a forbidden, that means the permissions are not correct. So we want to ls-l, and the other has to be able to read. So now the other is able to read, and I have that file. Okay, as a reminder, let's go and look at maybe number 20 again. Is it number 2 here? Yeah, so number 2 here. If I was looking at number 2, this shows the page just in a window that's this size. You could also go and look at your page. Let's go into that account and see. lab07. Oh, right, this is the one with the directories. So, alright, so if I look at the page here, and then I look at the image, the correct image, I'll get to the correct image from over here. Lab assignments, lab07, number 2. So if I look at this image, there's it's centered and there's black around it, and that doesn't match this one. But when you run the labCheck, it's going to take both of these and put these in a window that's 800 by 600. So you really need to look at the labCheck, not comparing like this. So you can look at it like this to get it close, copy everything that you can, but then you're going to compare it against just this part of the image. You're not trying to put black in there. That's just because the image is only 800 by 600. Okay, and if you want to get it close, then you would want your window to be roughly 800 by 600. And you can get there by looking at the body and making it so this goes down to about 800. The body is the whole page. So that is pretty close. So this is roughly the size, and then it'll go down as far as it needs to. It starts with 600, but if it's larger than 600 pixels high, this is roughly what it would look like. Let's go back over here. So if we look at them here, that's close. But then you have to run the labCheck and view it in your labCheck page. Let's drag this back out. To see the difference. So if I go here, lab07, lab072, this is showing both of them just in the same size, small window. Alright, so that's it. You follow the directions that's on here. You remember for the labs, you have to run labCheck first. And if it doesn't find the files, you need to fix the directories or the permissions. And go back and look at the the lab assignment. So you can view the lab assignment in your terminal, or you can view it here, make sure you have things in the right directories, and then once it's finding the files, if it says they're wrong, you go and look at it in the labCheck.html in your account. Good luck.